How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with another episode of Final Battleground. Yes, we are back, guys, and today we are going to be busy because we are working, hopefully, on passive mob farming today. Yes, if you've seen that as the title of your description, you're in luck. That is what we are trying to work on today, and I'm going to keep it quite vague now because we will go into more detail very shortly. But first thing we need to do is get outside. Do we have a sword? No, we don't. Let's get back inside and make ourselves a sword, because we're going to need one. But yeah, plan for today is to hopefully make or do some level of passive mob farming. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be a full plan first off, but eventually, yes, that is the plan. Right. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to protect this grass block because I think it was the map maker, Dan, raised a very good point, which I hadn't considered, which was Enderman could pick this block up, so I don't really want to risk it. So we're going to try and extend it a bit, just in a sort of square shape, and go for surface area, I reckon, because obviously you can't have a passive mob farm without some grass, so we're going to need to do that. And for those of you who are going, James, that's coarse dirt, I know, I'm just about to change it over, but yeah, we need to convert this over like this, and there you have it. Right, so as you can see at the moment, I think that's all of the dirt we have, other than we've got some dirt there. But I think the rest of the dirt, unless I'm mistaken and there's some lying about, oh, there you go, there's a bit more, so we should grab that. But we're running quite low on dirt, and there's ways of getting dirt, but they require the nether, which is actually something we're going to do today. We are going to be going to the nether today, yes, and I'm going to do what I always forget to do and set my timer so that I can keep track of how long this episode is, because I'm really bad at remembering that at the moment. But yes, now is this coarse dirt or is this normal dirt? But yeah, I'll explain more when we get to the nether, but hopefully we'll be able to get some more dirt by doing that as well. Obviously I haven't checked it out yet, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, that is definitely part of the plan for today, guys. So it's going to be quite a busy episode. We'll see how we get on with all of the aims and objectives that we have. Let's grab this dirt, and we're just going to try and make this grass spread as much as possible at the beginning. Probably don't want it right up against the world border, so let's just do that for now. And we can put a torch right here to help it grow. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't think Enderman can pick up cobblestone, and the way Enderman pick up blocks is by being able to get to the side of the block. So if you put a ring of cobblestone around your grass when you first start, that should hopefully protect it a bit better. I'm just going to do the corners as well, because I have a feeling they'll probably be able to get it through the corners, just because it'd be just my luck that they try to. But yeah, alright, let's do that for now. And yep, that should start growing, so we'll leave that for the moment to do its thing, whilst we get on with what we need to do next, which is start making a portal to the nether. But yeah, I think I've worked out where I want to place it, because I've been having a look around at what materials we have available, and we're quite low on obsidian, because we actually had a mistake, didn't we, earlier on with obsidian. So what I'm going to do is, I've seen quite a nice area here. This sticks out a bit anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this out, and I apologise, it's slightly slow, but it should be done in just a second. We really need, it'd be nice to have some iron tools, but we don't have the materials for that at the moment. So let's just do that. Alright, so what we're going to do is, you see these two obsidian here? We're going to use that as the foundation of our portal. So what we need to do is, we need to, I presume quite a few of you already know this trick. I've actually run out of cobblestone, which would be really helpful for this. So let's quickly mine a bit of cobblestone. But yeah, the basic idea is, if I can get some cobblestone, good. Alright, that'll do for the moment. The basic idea is that you have to convert lava into obsidian using water to place it. So we'll see if we can get that to work. So you'd place lava in there and then put water on top of it. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and it's going to require a lot of back and forth. So I'll just show you the first time, and then I'll make a jump cut, because it's going to be very tedious. So all you do is go over to some lava, pick it up, run back over, and place it down just here. And I think we've only got one water source still. I didn't see another one anywhere. So yeah, we're gonna have to. Where do we make our ladder? There it is. Gonna have to jump up. We're probably gonna, for safety, just take all of these up for now. Because the last thing I want is to lose all of my potatoes that I've been growing. Because I forgot about whatever the mechanic is that affects these guys growing. So yeah, let's just do this. And let's take the water out. And then I think we're gonna have to go underneath to get to the sugarcane. That's the one problem with my very efficient system, is whenever you want to remove the water for something else, yeah, that affects everything. Yep. But yeah, we're starting to get there with materials now. So yeah, I'll quickly show you an example of one, and then I'll do the rest off camera because it's going to take quite a while. So yeah, all you would do then is put water on top like that. And you see that makes a block of obsidian, and when you remove this, like so, you've now got the starting shape, like that's one corner of the portal. So yeah, all I need to do is do that another sort of 7 times, I think it is, to be able to finish the portal, and then I will be back with you in a second. So I'll see you then. And we're back, and the portal is ready to go now, so let's get started on that. So what we need to do is we need to light it now, obviously, and that's something I slightly overlooked, and I suddenly realised that I slightly overlooked. So we've got the iron ingot, and I'm pretty sure I've seen some gravel lying around, so we need to grab that. And that chicken actually spawned on the grass over there, and it's just been wandering around, because that took a little while to do, that whole transferring of the lava back and forth, just because, you know, it's a bit of a tedious process. Did I put all the rotten flesh down? I did. That was a mistake. Okay, so yeah, I saw some gravel, yeah, just here, which I'm surprised I missed actually. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a piece of flint fairly quickly. This could sometimes be a tedious process, but I might as well start talking about the next stage. So the next stage is we're just going to go into the nether just to see where we spawn. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we will be in a cave. So that'll give you a bit of a clue as to what I'm hoping for, maybe. As to what my plan is, maybe. It's not a massive clue, actually. Probably doesn't give a lot away as to what my intentions are. But it makes sense to me. So, let's grab some rotten flesh before we go through. Because otherwise, you can tell we're going to have problems with food and have to go back earlier than we want to. Right. So yeah, let's just grab those. We're not going to eat potatoes at the moment because I have plans for the potatoes, which we should hopefully be getting to next time. But for this episode, we are focusing on passive farming so that we can get lots of different kinds of food. That's the plan. Lots of different kinds of meat, rather, from the passive mobs. But anyway, going in. And let's see what we get, really. It's luck of the draw a bit. And it's downloading. Here we go. Alright, so there is a world border in the nether. I couldn't remember if there was. And, oh, yep. Oh, and we are in a cave. Perfect. That's awesome. Alright, so we're in a cave. And let's just have a quick look around. Yes, alright, that's awesome. So, the first thing about going into the nether, which is awesome, is that you get gravel from it. Now, gravel is extremely useful because gravel, you can turn normal dirt into coarse dirt and basically double up your dirt and then use a hoe to convert it back to dirt, which will then give you, we'll go back through to explain, which will then give you more dirt basically. Now I explained that really badly, so I'm going to show you instead of trying to explain it again. But if we'll just break through it, we need to put a fencing gate in here eventually, because this seems like the kind of spot which would be suited to one. But yeah, what I basically mean by that is, and we got 6, that's a good number. Right, so let's just take some of this dirt. So this is obviously dirt now that I'm picking up. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6 dirt at the moment and 6 gravel at the moment. We're going to turn this 6 dirt into 12 dirt by doing this. Okay, so it's now 12, but it's coarse dirt, yep. Hopefully everyone's still with me so far. I'm trying to explain this as good as I can. But what we're going to do now is we're going to break this out a bit so that we can extend it a bit further. Just like so. And we'll just put that there, I guess. And then what we're going to do is... we won't bother too much about lining it anymore. But yeah, what we're going to do, and that shouldn't be there because that's where the lining was. Sorry, I'm getting distracted too easily. But yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to use a hoe to turn it back into dirt. And what that will do is that will make it possible for that to turn into grass again. So we've basically done a full cycle. Oh, we've got a jukebox available as well. That's awesome. Let's play that while we're going here. So yeah, basically what that enables us to do is whenever we find gravel, we can use it to get more dirt. And with the nether being able to naturally generate gravel, that means that we can basically get an infinite amount of dirt. Now the problem is there's a world border, which means that we won't have all of that gravel available to us instantly, but over the course of time we can get more and more gravel, which will mean we can get more and more dirt, which will mean that we can slowly make this barren landscape look a lot nicer, which is my basic plan at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Let's continue to have a look around the edge actually a little bit. That music's quite loud actually. Ah, that'll be why. It's on 100%. Let's turn that down a little bit so that I can think about what I'm doing. But yeah, looking around the edge, because we haven't done that in a little while, and I might be missing stuff because of it. So we got some netherrack come into play. Not entirely sure what I would do with that right now. Although I could, I've seen a couple of people do a sort of ring of fire around the outside of their base to try and sort of keep mobs out, which is quite a good idea. I might do that just for fun more than for practicality because we've already got the fence in place. But yeah, we've got a bit of stuff starting to show in the corners here. But yeah, we're doing pretty well at the moment. So yeah, let's go back inside before it gets too dark. And this chicken is actually the next part of our plan. So it's almost, oh, those zombies freaked me out a bit there. So it's almost dark enough for us to sleep away the night. We're on day 13 now because we went through a couple of days whilst we were doing the lava thing off camera. So we'll be up to 14 in a second. But what I'm going to do quickly first is I am going to make a lead, because the next thing I'm going to show you, and I'm going to try and remember how to make a lead. So let's literally have no idea how to make it. I know that it's string in a certain shape, maybe like that, like that. This is going to be painful to work out. Alright, give me a sec, let me just work this out. Alright, so I quickly looked up on the wiki and I've now worked it out. Thank God for that. That would have taken me ages to come up with that combo. So there you go, 2 leads. So let's sleep away the night, because it should be dark enough now after us just messing around a little bit there. Hopefully. Yep, good, our day survived has gone up again. Let's put the string away for now. And we'll chuck that away. We don't want too much on us, just because we don't need it. Alright, so let's carry on outside. So basically, whilst I'm waiting for stuff to kind of die off a bit, I'm just going to talk about the concept that we're going to go into here. So basically, in a Minecraft world, you have a certain amount of mobs that can spawn at any one time naturally, okay? That is so that the world doesn't get overrun by mobs and make your game too laggy to play in. And that cap is called a mob cap, okay? So you've got 2 caps. You've got a passive mob cap, which is for like farm animals, so like cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, horses, wolves, they all come under that. And then you've got another one which is hostile, which counts for skeletons, spiders, creepers. So you'll see even like outside on a particular night, there's a lot of mobs that spawn, but there is a limit to how many spawn. You don't see it completely fill up with mobs because of the fact that after a certain point they hit the limit as to how many of them can spawn. Now, because this is a world borders map, that means that nothing can spawn outside the world border, which means that a lot of the mobs are spawning inside, which is making those sieges as they are. So we're seeing basically a whole world's worth of mobs spawning in one small area. And before I get too far ahead, yes, there are other types of mob caps. There's one for squid, for example, but we're not getting into that at the moment. So, where we are going with this is we are going to the passive mob cap. Okay, so I've seen a lot of players make this mistake. Okay, so this is actually a good learning tool for a lot of players here. And this is just from looking on the forums. Some of them won't have made the mistake, but I think quite a few of them did. So hopefully quite a few of them can learn from this. But basically, what you need to know is that any passive mob fills up a slot in the passive mob cap. So say the passive mob cap is 5. As soon as you get 5 passive mobs sitting around in your world, then you won't be able to spawn any more passive mobs on the grass because you've already hit your cap. Which you may think, alright, I'll just breed some up, but if you want to say spawn a horse and you've already got 5 chickens, then you wouldn't be able to get a horse to spawn. So, the way around that is to take your animals into the nether, because the nether will be unloaded, which means that the game will continue to spawn animals thinking there's no passive mobs around. So that's basically the trick we're going to be working on, and that's why I wanted a cave, because of the fact that we are going to be let's kill these guys so we can grab the chicken that's here. Basically, yeah, we're basically going to be making the most of that. Wow, this guy's got a lot of health. So, if we lead this chicken, so all we're going to be doing with our mobs is we're just going to, whenever they spawn, at least for now, we'll make it slightly more advanced hopefully at a later point when I've got materials to do so. But for now, each time we're just going to push them through into the nether, and that way more mobs can spawn on the grass, which means that we can hopefully get some cows and some sheep and all sorts. Because I'm seeing some people, they make pens in the overworld and have like all of their cows in a pen in the overworld, which is fine to do once you've got all of the mobs that you want. But for example, if I'm trying to get a really good horse, a really fast horse, then I need to keep, the basic way of doing that is to keep spawning horses until you get a fast one. So you need to keep the mob cap low. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to make pens for animals in the nether so that they don't affect the cap. And that's the basic principle that we're going to be doing now. So I'm just going to have a look around and see if there's any more passive mobs around. I thought there was another chicken, but that might have been the same chicken. No, there is another one. So this chicken is probably a better example than the other one, because the other one was probably from a zombie chicken jockey. So this guy has probably spawned on this grass here. Okay, so what we do then is we take him, and we should be able to just sprint because there shouldn't be any reason for him to not be able to keep up. And we're going to take him through here. We really need to put a gate. Yeah, and then what we're going to do is just take the lead off and push him through the portal. Now he won't be taking up from the passive mob cap anymore, which means that more mobs can hopefully spawn. And that is the principle we're working with. And what we will probably do to make our lives slightly easier, if I can find some fences, is we will put a fence around the grass so that the passive mobs don't try and walk away, and then it'll be easier to keep track of any new passive mobs that come in. But yeah, that is the basic principle we're working with, and I think it's quite a clever one actually, which like I said, I don't think many people have been using, which is why I wanted to make an episode on it, because it is quite an important thing to good progression in your world. Because now what I'll be able to do, admittedly over time, but what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to get all of the different types of mobs, so cows, sheep, pigs, all of those will eventually spawn. Now it won't be a quick process because we don't have the grass to make it quick, and that's just an unfortunate thing. But because it's the only possible spots where they could spawn, like this area here is the only spot in the entire world where mobs could spawn, it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, that's where we're going with that. And I forgot to press start on my timer, which is just brilliant. So I'm struggling to work out exactly how long it's left, but hopefully we'll just carry on for a bit longer. I don't know how long that explanation was now. Tell you what, I'm just going to take a quick jump cut and see how long we've been recording for, because I've been waffling on for a little bit. And when we come back, we'll see if any more passive mobs have spawned. Okay, so I just had a check, and that looks like it's pretty much all we've got time for today, guys, unfortunately. But I would like to take a quick moment of your time just to say thanks very much for all the support, guys. This channel is growing tremendously well. We hit 50 subscribers. I think that's the first episode since I hit 50 subscribers that I can really talk about it. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it, guys. You mean the world to me. And it's really good, and it's not going anywhere. It's going to keep going, and yeah, really happy with it. So if you enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave a like on the video, because that helps out a lot, makes me know that you're still interested in what's going on. And if you really enjoyed, then please subscribe, of course. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.